when we come together as a collective, expect nothing but greatness. And it's me and Brown don't miss.
Future was in the video. So he was just there chilling. Like, I think he was like picking up some grapes or something.
So let me explain.
Okay.
And I'm glad that you brought that up so I can go ahead and clear everything. Because I did see that. Didn't like the record when I first heard it. Did not like the song. Didn't understand it. I think that's when we were entering that new wave of hip hop.
What's going on, y'all? I am Deputy Director of R&B and Hip Hop, Mr. Carl Lamar, and we are here at the Barclays Center for a special tour, the Millennium Tour. Super throwback, super nostalgic, but we are here with Mr. 106. But I told him today he's gonna be Mr. Hot 100. I'm talking about 21 of them bad boys, 3 top 10.
That's crazy.
Mr. Bow Weezy.
What's up, man?
How you feeling?
I'm good. I feel blessed. I'm great.
Listen, man, we are on tour in Barclays at Brooklyn, man. How has the tour been for you so far?
Tour has been a blessing. You know, this is our fourth Millennium Tour, third one for me. And just going out on the stage and going to these arenas and just looking at 13, 14,000 people every night. I mean, it's just, words can't even describe, because now staring at my own self at 38 years old, knowing that I was doing this 25 years ago and I'm still doing it, and I'm still going through these same tunnels and hallways. And sometimes I think like, damn, like I'm not supposed to be here.
Right.
Like, you know, a lot of young child artists that start off young, they usually don't make it this far. For me to still be here doing it, man, something must be going right.
Yeah, that's God working right there,
Absolutely.
Man. For cats who haven't seen you perform, what's your stage game like right now at this juncture of your career?
It's energetic as
I
hell.
believe it.
It's energetic as hell. That's always been my thing, performing. I always took that serious. You know, you got a lot of people out here who pay their money, who could have did other things with their money, but decided to spend that $50 or however much it costs to come see you. I always keep that in mind, and I'm like, if I go to a concert, I don't want nobody just standing in one spot or just, you know, lollygagging through. And like, I like for the people to know, yeah, I'm making the big bucks, but I'm earning it.
Right.
And you can see it through my passion on stage, me sweating. I got this one vein that shows.
That's just popping out ready to.
Every photo I look at, they're like, damn, that boy working hard up there. So like, if I don't sweat on stage, I feel like I didn't do what I need to do. So it's a lot of high energy. A lot of fire, a lot of lasers. Yeah, it's a show, for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, for these Millennium Tours, if y'all had never been, it's pretty much the Avengers that all come together this time around. Obviously, Omarion, Trey, you got Boosie, you got Ross. Talk about how it's been just kicking it with the fam, these kind of legends, and just vibing again, man.
The great thing about this is that I've had the opportunity to tour with a lot of these cats. Speaking of like Pleasure P, Pretty Ricky, those guys have been down with me and touring with me since, you know, the old Scream Tour days. So to see P still out here doing his thing, and of course Trey was a part of the Scream Tour umbrella as well. That was his first tour. So it's dope for us to be here now. I'm 40. I'm still younger than P and Trey. So to you know, we have those moments on the road too where we do reflect, especially Trey. You know. He's always giving me my roses and vice versa. And even throughout the fun and the work, we always find the time to tell each other that, like how important you mean. I know for Trey, he's always telling me, bro, you're the reason why I'm doing this shit. You wanted me to headline this one this time, but he wasn't even all the way comfortable with doing it all the way. He's like, nah, this is your shit. I'm like, nah, bro, look, I need you to do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need you to do this. I've been doing it my whole entire career, and I won't elevate unless I, you know, pass that torch off. I'm gonna still do what I do regardless. I'm co-headliner, but still, it's like, we all do it a collective effort, but we always make sure that we have those times when we remind each other just who we is, and we some bad motherfuckers. Because sometimes you gotta let them know. You gotta let them know, and you gotta let yourself know sometimes too. So
yeah. I love that you brought up the legendary Scream Tour, man. Like, so far, you've been, like you said, you've been doing the Millennium Tour 4 years. Any in particular moment that made you feel like, damn, this feels like the Scream Tour all over again?
Probably just selling out. You know what I mean? Just, you know, especially the times we're living in now with the market, and, you know, a lot of people not having the funds and the needs to really go out here and have a good time. So for us to like I said, and we in the Barclays right now, for us to be putting up the numbers that we putting up, it's amazing. I tell you this, as legendary as the Scream Tour is, and it means so much to me, and it will forever mean so much to me, it did win a Billboard Music Award. The Millennium Tour, we won Best Rap Tour. This right here makes me a two-time Billboard Music Award winner. We beat out Baby and J. Cole. So shout out to J. Cole and Baby, because, you know, that was tough. You know, even I was doubting myself on that one. But that's when I knew we made a lot of history with Screaming. We're going to continue to do that. But I've never won an award for a tour. And it happened to be the one where they added me. So it was my first Millennium Tour. and we brought home some hardware.
I'll say this.
Shout out to Billboard on that one.
Not being biased, but I was at that show in 2021 at Prudential.
Oh my God! So you know what
nuts.
it is?
Yeah, it was nuts.
It's crazy, bro.
It was nuts. No
Well
cap
deserved. Well
in his
deserved.
rap. It was fucking
Well
fire.
deserved, and I'm glad we got it for rap.
Yeah.
That's what meant a lot to me because on the first Millennium Tour, it wasn't really no rap.
Right.
Like it was really R&B
R&B.
out. And then when they brought me on board, they know what's happening.
Yeah.
The dog here now.
So the shift.
The shift for sure.
Is there anybody from that 2000s era that hasn't done the Millennium Tour that you would love to add or see in the future?
Sierra and T-Pain.
Ooh, why those two?
T-Pain because he came in the game with his own sound. He wasn't afraid to be original and try something different. And to this day, I don't think we'll ever see like another T-Pain. T-Pain is a character in his own. To me, he's very, very talented. Rap, sing, and we have 4 records together. We got Flirt, we got Out of My System, we got the Pop Lock and Drop It remix together. He's up there with Chris and Omarion as far as the features, the records that hit records I've done with the most. And then with Sierra because she just deserves it.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like she has yet to really receive her flowers in the way that as an artist, especially a female, the way that she deserves to be received. So to have her a part of it, I know the fans will love it. I'm always big on what the fans would want to see, and I always put myself in their position. I know I would love to see Bow and Sierra do Like You. You know what I mean? We ain't done that in over 20 years. You know what I mean? I think we're at that point now in our lives where it's a possibility. Well, I hope that we can make that happen. But if I was to pick my 2 off the rip, no second guess, and I'm going Sierra and T-Pain to definitely be a part of anything Scream Tour, anything Millennium Tour for sure.
I love those picks, and I love that you brought up Like You. I was top 5 record in 05, but we about to venture back to 05 when you dropped your 4th album, Wanted. And we talk about the litany of hits you had. I'm talking Like You, I'm talking Let Me Hold You, I'm talking Fresh As I'm Is. Where would you rank that era in your career versus the other albums you've had?
I don't know, because that was like 17 going to 18 Bow Wow, and I was and that was a moment in my career where that was like young adult hot. That was still Scream 4 tour at that time, selling arenas. If you want to go before that, Beware Dog Doggy Bag days, that's like Mike Bow Wow, that's, you know, the Harlem Shaking Bow Wow, that's, you know, they both on fire, but I don't know, I can't pick. They both was hot as hell. Hot. Yeah, I don't know.
It's tough.
I can't pick.
I ain't mad. We'll let y'all pick on that one, man, but we got to talk about one of the classics, Let Me Hold You.
All you gotta do, girl, is in my arms, in my mind, all the time I wanna.
There's so many layers to it, but let's start from the beginning, man. Talk about the recording process with JD and O for that record.
I know we did that at Southside Studios, which is our studio in Atlanta. Got the track from No ID. A lot of people think that Jermaine actually did that beat. No ID produced that.
Shout out to No ID, man.
Yeah, man.
Chicago.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And one of the GOATs. Definitely one of the GOATs. And so to have a No ID track.
Yeah, it's huge.
And to have him in the studio and to have him and Jermaine in the same room, Jermaine writing and dictating, you know, what direction we're gonna go with the record. We knew who we wanted to put on the hook, just because of the dynamic that me and Dude that we have when it comes to collaborating.
I learned this on Instagram just the other day.
Yeah.
Future was in the video.
He wasn't.
So he was just there chilling. Like, I think he was like picking up some grapes or something.
So let me explain.
Okay.
And I'm glad that you brought that up so I can go ahead and clear everything. Because I did see that.
Yeah.
It went viral. I mean, it's the internet. They're going to have fun. They're going to make what they want to make out of things. No, that was not Future. That was a guy by the name of the Kid Slim, who was one of my writers who did a lot of writing with me on Like You and different other records. So his name is Slim. He's from New York. And there's a reason why we call Slim Slim. He's very skinny. And I believe Future is 6 feet something.
Very tall.
Well built.
Yeah.
But that was the Kid Slim, so.
I'm glad we got the clarification.
Me too,
on
so
that.
I hope this goes viral so everybody knows.
This will.
That was a rapper from New York.
Yeah. Another moment that has gone viral, courtesy of your daughter, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, are you surprised to this day, like the reaction, whether it's to fans or just seeing like the dance still make noise on the internet?
Look, I came up with it, so I can take full credit.
Take
it made
full
sense,
credit.
you know. But it's dope. Every night I see them do it. They're waiting on it.
Yeah.
Like if I don't do it, it's disappointing. Like to the point where even if I'm out in public, people they do it to me. I love it, man. It's just it's a solid gesture. It's just letting me know that they appreciate the music. It's making them feel some type of way, regardless if you're having fun doing it, you don't understand it, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that it's bringing out an emotion out of you. That means that my little move.
I think it's up there with
did
the keyboard. What do
Yeah,
you
that's
do
that's the fingers.
Yeah, the
They
finger,
do
yeah.
that too. I do that too. Listen, a lot of things that especially concert-wise and things that I went viral for dance-wise, I always make sure I incorporate it to the show because I feel like that's what people want to see. Like I can't get on stage tonight in Brooklyn, New York, and not Harlem shaking New York. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so I always make sure I keep those things in mind.
Another classic we got to talk about, another top 5 Hot 100 record, Like You, with Sierra, man.
I ain't never had nobody show me all the things that you can show me in a special way I feel when you're homie.
Talk about the memories of making the music video, y'all in the elevator, just a classic.
Yeah, well, I remember cutting the record, like I said, in Atlanta. I found the sample. You know, Jermaine was working on something on the album, and I was like, yo, you heard his New Edition album? I'm like, man, this, I'm like, this Leaving You Again. I'm like, it's something about this record that's so special. We got to, JD, please, like, mess around with it.
Yeah.
When he did it, I got chills now talking about when he did it, I just felt it. I said, this is #1. All day, I just felt it. And then at the time, C was on fire, about to be certified triple platinum on Goodies on her first album.
Yeah.
And it just made so much sense that at that time, you know, at that moment in my life when we were together then, it just made the most sense to record. I'm the youngest, hottest cat in the game. She's the youngest female in the game. And at that time, we were dating and it just made perfect sense for us to collab together on the Jermaine Dupri product. And boom, there you have it, #1.
Yeah.
Bam. Like that.
Yeah.
First one out the gate.
Yeah, I mean, knowing that you had said before, like, this was like 17 going on 18, I think this was like the first, like, you endorsed the relationship. Like, was that tricky for you, trying to make a hit, but also, like, putting that relationship out there?
No, it wasn't tricky.
Yeah.
And it's been done before.
Right.
I think with us, it was the timing. It was effortless.
Yeah.
You know, it just made sense. And I don't even think we were in the studio together. I think I knocked my stuff out and then she came to Southside later, I believe, like later on, and did her parts. So I just knew it. Like it just made perfect sense. It was the perfect marriage for that record and nobody else could have sung that hook and did that verse like how she delivered on that record.
That's money. Gotta talk about Fresh as I'm Is.
You ain't got it, you ain't got it. You don't keep it duggy like I keep it duggy, little buddy. You ain't fresh as I'm is.
Initially, cats were like, yo, they thought it was a diss to Romeo.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
And I remember you clarified that. But why do you think there was such like a competitive streak to see you guys collide back then?
I just think you got 2 young black kids, braids, both have hip hop pioneers behind them. I had the Mickey Mouse, I believe Rome was wearing the Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
But later on in life, when me and him had a conversation, we spoke and he kept it real. He said, bro, I looked up to you. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you know, you always wanted us to be pit against each other and I always wanted to be close to you and with you. Like, and when he told me that, I just took that in like as a form of big bro, little bro. Like, you know, he's a grown man now, I wasn't little bro, I'm now. But Rome, that's my guy, man. I have the utmost respect for him and it was never an issue. I just think that the media, they were trying to make it something, and then when I came out with Fresh as I'm Is, the whole line, 18, making more than your dad, which if people know hip hop, that's a line from another iconic rapper. I think they took that line right there and spent that, which I understand at that moment. Yeah, I definitely wasn't talking about Rome at all.
Right. A few more questions before we wrap. We spoke about it off camera. I gotta ask you about your iconic verse on Oh I Think They Like Me.
Yeah.
I'm Bad Weezy, Prince of the Old Town. Just got the wheels clean, so I'm riding slow now.
You want to know the story behind that?
Please do it. I capped off your 05 run.
Didn't like the record when I first heard it. Did not like the song, didn't understand it. I think that's when we were entering that new wave of hip hop. You know what I mean? That's when Atlanta, the snap music started kind of taking over. I'm an 80s baby, but also I grew up under, like, I was a death row baby. So I grew up off of hip hop.
Yeah, bars.
So I didn't understand repeating the same word over and over and over again. Like, look, with that being said, I was just like, yo, JD, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get down with this, you know what I mean? Like this, I don't know how this gonna work. I remember Jermaine flying out to LA, like you're getting on this record. Yeah. Like regardless, like I don't care if I gotta force you to do it. Like, even though he couldn't do that, I'll whoop JD ass. He's like, JD comes to my chin, all right? Yeah. I love Jermaine, that's my pops. I love JD, he knows that. He's here running around here somewhere. But no, he really flew all the way to LA. I think I was filming a movie. I pulled up to the studio, I was pissed. I did not want to do it. The respect that I have for Jermaine, it's like, all right, whatever, whatever. Little do you know, true story, the version of All They Like Me that you hear, that's it. One take, and I left the booth, and I went back to the set. Yeah, I did not want to do it. I did not want to do the record. I didn't understand it. It was new to me. And it's crazy because people say that's the hardest verse.
Yep.
And I really, like, thank God for mixing, because I rapped it so bland. Like, you could tell, like, I didn't want to be here. Like, and I did it like that. Like, I never rap in the same tone, ever. That's the only verse where I rap it in the same tone ever. And, you know, Jermaine is like the king of ad-libs, so he had to get behind it and do
spice it up a little bit,
yeah, I did it one take and was gone and said, there it is. Take it how you take it. Next thing you know, #1 record. And I'm like,
it's a heater.
I do like this shit now. Like, I like this. I like this a lot.
It's a heater. It's a heater. We got to fast forward, and I want to talk about the new record you got coming out with C Breezy. Obviously, y'all got history. Shorty Like Mine.
Shorty like mine. You got a girl, but she ain't nothing like mine.
Talk about the Use Me record, produced by a hitmaker. Got a nice sample. I'll let you talk about that.
Yes.
What can we expect from that record?
For you to not want to hear it, because you're going to hear it so much, spring, summer, and all through the year, it's just what it is. It's hard to deny nostalgia. Like, when you see two artists come together that don't necessarily need one another, you know what I mean? Like, Chris doesn't need Bow.
Yeah.
And, you know, he does what he does. And you here with me now, and I'm doing what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
But we know, and the fans know, when we come together as a collective, expect nothing but greatness. And it's me and Brown don't miss.
No,
we do
never.
not miss. We've never missed. I feel like this record's better than Ain't Thinking About You, for sure.
Eesh.
I feel like we topped Ain't Thinking About You with this one. Shorty is the first collaboration. You know, your first baby always is.
Yeah, that's the one
that's sacred. You
hold tight.
To heart.
You hold tight.
But damn, this one right here is gonna be runner up. Like, I feel like, you know, where I'm at now in my career, where Brown is at in the world. No, that's my best friend. That's my dog. That's my brother. You know, we got a group chat. We talk every day. Like, it's my dog, and the fans know that. So when we come together, it's just organic. I'm happy that, you know, like I said, I love doing records, people that I love and people who I rock with. And so for me to throw something out here and do it with my man, and honestly, I'm gonna give all credit to Brown. Man, Brown, I remember being at his house one time, he was like, yo, what you doing, bro? Like, come on, I need Bow back. Like, we need you, bro. Like, you tripping. Like, gang, what we doing? And it kind of woke me up, because he was right. He's like, you selling out arenas, you ain't putting out no new music, you gotta put out, it's time to compete again. Like, I need you. So when he put that battery in my back, I said, all right. And I had to make sure it's gonna be that one. So shout out to Hitmaker, shout out to Brown. And I can't wait, you know, the ladies gonna dig it.
Oh, they're going crazy.
They gonna eat this one
They're gonna go crazy.
And I'm glad that we got the sample cleared in time and got everything taken care of. And as soon as you hit play on that record, it just come on. You gonna know it, because everybody loved the original.
Yep.
But this motherfucker is,
it's an instant banger.
woo!
It's an instant banger.
Like that, for sure.
No cap in the rap.
None.
Because he's a busy man, he's about to, you know, do his biz soon. Before we let you go, please tell us your favorite Billboard moment.
So I won 2 Billboard Awards for the tour. I would say tops a lot of things, because I didn't have to put out a new record for me to win a Billboard Music Award for touring. In today's era, it was just like, yo, I needed that. Like, for self-confidence, I felt like we put our all into that tour. Like, we bust our ass, getting Snoop to come out, getting Chris to come out, just getting, like, you was at the show and I brought out the whole damn East Coast, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I put so much into my shows, and that one right there just meant everything for me.
And it's like you said, who you were going against in those categories.
Yeah, and I'm going against Lil Baby and J. Cole, like 2 heavyweights, 2 guys that are doing it. And then you look at the category, you just see Bow, and it's like, wait, where Bow go? Like, what do you mean? Oh, you won't know? I got wake you motherfuckers? You want to really see what's going on? I bet. We out here, I'm shaking it up too. That one meant so much to me. Like, I was so happy. Like, you don't understand, like, the award right now is in my living room, like, shining at night. It's just polished. I just love looking at that gold microphone. It's just,
you deserve, man.
I love it.
We calling him Mr. Hot 100 Bow Weezy. We appreciate you taking the time.
Bro. Hopefully we'll add another one up there with this Use Me record with me and C Breezy.
Which is a banger, so be on the lookout for that. Appreciate Bow Weezy for kicking it with us at Billboard News in Conversation.
All that. Get them tickets too. Catch the boy on the road. Millennium Tour 25. You know we headed your way.